All right, good afternoon, everybody, and appreciate you joining our virtual open house here today with Andrew and myself. My name is Justin, and we're going to wait just a few more seconds here, give everyone the opportunity to log on, so bear with us. It'll be just a moment. And it might be a good opportunity for everyone to maybe use the chat feature or the Q&A feature on the bottom of your screen. Maybe we should probably confirm first if you can see our screen and hear our voice. That'd be greatly appreciated if you could see that. Perfect. Thank you, Susie. Appreciate that. You can hear us. Yes, they can see us and hear us, Andrew. Good sign.
Good sign. That's a good sign. We got the technology figured out at least.
All right. Aloha from Matthew. And again, you guys, we'll wait just about 30 seconds. Just give everyone an opportunity to log on. Be just a moment. Hello, Rachel. I want to have to keep up with all these messages. I don't want to miss anybody. All right, so I think we're probably good here. So yeah, thanks guys for joining us here on this virtual open house. We're glad to have you. And again, my name is Justin, and Andrew is with us here too as well. He's in our North Bend branch that handles a lot of our King County build areas. And we're definitely looking forward to going over this plan with you here today. It is the Livingston Plan. And Andrew, I'm going to go and hand this over to you and let you steer the ship. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Perfect.
So I'm really excited today. This is a great plan that we're showing you. The customers did a great bunch of upgrades and changes to the plan, and I'm just really excited to be able to get a chance to share this beautiful house with you today. So as most of you probably already know, we're going to be showing you the Livingston. The Livingston is available in several different elevations. And so I'm kind of scrolling through them now to show you. Our customers picked the Signature Edition, which is, whoops, let me back up one, which is this one right here. But they made some modifications to the plans and did a few upgrades.
Andrew, just want to make sure that I'm personally not seeing your screen. So
You're not, okay. Well, heck, what did I do?
There we go.
What about now? You seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Old people aren't very good with technology. I guess I qualify as that. Anyway, this is the particular exterior elevation that the customer decided to go with. As you can see, it has the batten board up around the top portion, and then lap siding around the side. This particular rendering shows optional stone on the facade, which this particular customer elected not to go with. But really good choice of floor plans. They did make some really nice upgrades. I'm going to show you here another shot. Whoops, wrong screen. This right here, the one on the left. So this side over here shows you what the standard floor plan looks like. And you'll see they did a bunch of customizations to this plan that I think are really kind of exciting. One thing they did is added a third bay onto the garage, which is a really cool addition. And then you'll see it kind of adds a little shop area back here in the back for some additional storage, as well as for a third car. So I think that's a really nice feature that they did. Over here, if you'll see on the standard side, right here where the utility room and half bath are, right behind the garage, what this customer did is they reversed the positions of those two so they could add a full bath down here instead of a half bath. And they wanted it to be near the bedroom that they added, which is right here behind the third bay of the garage. And then what would have been the half bath, when they converted it, they just turned it into a little simple utility / mudroom, kind of a place to put their shoes and whatever when they come in. And they relocated the washer and dryer upstairs, which I'll show you here in just a minute. Couple of the other custom options they did was they reversed the direction of the staircase. So you can see normally when you would come in the front door, the stairs are right there and you go up. And their logic was they would be going upstairs most of the time from their living area, from the great room or the kitchen. And they thought it made more sense to have the stairs enter on that side. which also allowed them to have the coat closet closer to the front door. So I think that was a really nice change as well. And as when we look at the actual, virtual tour, you'll get a chance to see what that looks like as well. There's also an option. So in the standard plan, you have a formal living room and a formal dining room towards the front of the house. So you walk in, and it's kind of the rooms that, are kind of more like museum rooms for most. And they opted to go a little more practical route and converted that living area into a den. So, and then also in addition, they added a patio cover in the back, which I think is a really, really nice touch as well. And we'll get a look at that as we get further in. Moving upstairs, mostly kept it standard, made a few small changes. With the bonus room, because they reversed the directions of the stairs, we removed this door that normally closes off the bonus room and made that a little bit more of an open area, which is a nice touch. And then you'll see the washer and dryer is up here in this little closet. And originally it's where the furnace would have been. So they moved the furnace to the garage. So it's hung in the garage now. And that opened up that space to put their washer and dryer in. A couple other small upgrades they made was added a door for the water closet in bathroom 2 and added the optional second sink to bathroom 2 as well. So those are kind of the biggies. So let's take a look at the actual house. I'll play this video and kind of stop and explain what we're looking at as we go. So as I mentioned before.
And Andrew, I'm sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to give everyone the ability, and just to encourage you, if you guys have any questions about this floor plan as Andrew's going through this, feel free to use that chat feature. We'll definitely go back and answer as many questions as possible. So just want to encourage you to use that if you have any questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I kind of tend to talk 100 miles an hour sometimes, so I'll slow down. Unfortunately, we didn't move the hoses before we took the pictures of the exterior of the house, but just a beautiful exterior. You can see here, get a good look at the third bay. They chose the signature edition, like I mentioned a couple of times, and they decided to paint it more of a monochrome color. And I think it looks just fantastic. Gives it a really clean, nice, crisp look with the gray, and I think the white really pops. Signature edition, gives it the additional windows on the exterior garage door. This particular customer also, this house is in Bellevue, and it was originally an old house that was built in the 40s. It was less than 1,000 square feet. And so they tore down their existing home. They lived in the house for a number of years and opted to put a bigger, more modern house in place that is kind of getting them ready for the new family they're starting. They're just moving in now, and she's due to have her baby any day, their first. And so it's a pretty exciting time for them to get both a new house and a new addition to the family all about the same time. But I think they made some really excellent choices to the outside. As you can see, the landscaping is still in progress. It's actually done now, but when the pictures were taken, it wasn't quite done yet. So as we move in, let me back up there just a little. You kind of get a look at the front door. So this is the standard front door that would come with that same signature elevation. Standard door hardware on it. So nothing too crazy as far as upgrades go there. And this is that den area that we get to immediately when we come through the door. Just kind of a cool little office type of space. Comes with double doors when you add that feature. Great place for an office or just some extra space for whatever your needs are. You'll notice they also upgraded here. So this trim around the windows and doors throughout the house is a Craftsman trim that they upgraded to. So come in, you'll see nice big windows. Those are all standard size windows in this room. Again, you'll see the Craftsman trim around the baseboards. Then they also added a what we call a sill and apron package that gives a finished look to the under part of the window. We also have an option to do a full wrapped window, which would have wood go all around the inside as well as the outside, so it gives it even more. But their logic, and a lot of people agree, including me, that the sill and apron is really nice finishing touches, and by the time you get window coverings on, it's a better bang for your buck in just doing that as an upgrade. We're going to move now into the dining room. And so again, nice big windows. These folks opted for the 9-foot plate height. So our standard ceiling height is 8 foot. And so when you move up to 9 foot, it also makes the windows 1 foot taller on the lower level and also extends the height of the upper cabinets in the kitchen. This particular light fixture was one that they opted to put in themselves after the build. So the house has already been turned over to them by this point. They went in and added a few of their own custom options, including that light fixture. So what we did is just a stub out for a light there. So it's just a blank plate, and they were able to go, pick out their own fixture and install it themselves, or have it installed themselves, one of the two. So very nice kind of formal dining area. Right here, we'll get a pretty good look at, they upgraded here. So normally this would be a half wall in this part of the staircase, and they opted to upgrade to the open balusters there. Gives it a nice little more of an open feel, in that part of the house. Visually appealing. We're going to take a look at the kitchen. So kitchen has a nice level of upgrades in it too. This customer opted to delete our standard appliances. So we as standard have Whirlpool appliances, and this customer decided they wanted to do their own. And so they got a little bit of a credit back for us not putting the appliances in. And they gave us the specifications for the appliances they wanted to put in, so we could cut the cabinets and the openings to the correct size. Other upgrades you'll see in here is the cabinets. So this house has alder cabinets. They're shaker style with a Regency stain. You'll see those throughout the entire house. A couple other things in the kitchen as we go through. Again, the customer added their own pennant lights here. And we'll see those again in another shot. Right there, that's an upgrade. So normally the island would just be a big slab of granite. But they opted to add the little prep sink in there, which I think is a really nice, handy little touch when you're prepping. You can use that part of the sink and keep the regular sink over by the dishwasher for dirty dishes and what have you. The stove doesn't really stick out that far. It's just not completely put in yet when these shots were taken. There's a shot of the pennant lights that they added. So again, that was something we just pre-wired for. And they went through and added their own once the build was complete. Same thing with those track lights that you see above the dining nook. So it's intended that there's a little dining area between the kitchen and the great room there. Also get a little sneak peek, little peekaboo view of the covered patio. Another look at the sink there. Also, you should notice here that they opted for under cabinet lighting, which I think makes a really nice, elegant touch. Standard backsplash is 6 inches tall, so they took the standard backsplash material, which is subway tile, and extended it all the way to the bottom of the cabinets, which gives it a nice finished look. You also notice over here in the corner, and unfortunately we didn't get a very good shot of it, but it's a large walk-in pantry is also in this particular home. So just a really, really beautiful looking kitchen.
Andrew, I had a quick question here, if you don't mind pausing.
Yeah,
I had
sure.
a question from a customer asking about that sink. Was that a standard sink or an upgraded sink?
Oh, yeah, excellent question. That is actually a upgraded sink. So it's an undermount 2-compartment sink, also available in 1 compartment. And we have numerous sink choices available.
Perfect. Yeah, we also had a question about the 9-foot plate height.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and we do have an option. And to answer the question was, can you get a 9-foot plate height on the first floor, or does that include the second floor as well? You do have the option of doing both or just one.
Yeah.
And as far as the 9-foot plate height affecting the windows, it does impact the windows 1 foot on that first floor. And then if you were to increase the plate height on the second floor, it would impact those windows as well. And we would increase the height on those.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin. Is that it for questions right now?
That's it for now.
Just kind of looking from the kitchen towards the great room. Again, they did an optional fan pre-wire, so they were able to install their own fans. You'll also notice in the house, one of the things that we allow the customers themselves to do during the build, or maybe not personally do, or have done at least, is low voltage pre-wire. And so these folks opted to put speakers throughout the house. So in almost every ceiling of the house, you'll see that they added additional speakers. They also upgraded to can lights in this room. So as standard, you'd be dependent on lamps. So there are wall switches, but it would be lighted with lamps. So they opted to do a little extra lighting in this room by adding can lights, which I think gives it a really nice touch, and it's practical as well.
Andrew, I got another question here for you.
Okay.
It's good. We got some coming in here. So on the balusters for that staircase, do you have an idea the additional cost to do something like that? Kind of a range in price?
Yeah, open stair rails are fairly expensive. They're about $300 a foot, something like that. So I think they were, I don't remember what it was in this particular home order, but that was probably a $1,500 upgrade, something like that.
Thank you.
So this is the little room that they just left as a little mud room. Was originally the half bath, and then they converted that into, they moved the laundry upstairs. That little latch you see down there, that's access to the crawl space under the house. Then we're going to come over here and take a look at the, what normally would have been a half bath would just be the toilet and the pedestal sink. And then they added the tub over shower, which is our standard tub and shower. You'll also notice they have throughout the house, and I think I forgot to mention this when they were in the kitchen, but they did the brush nickel fixtures. So, the faucets and then the bathroom accessories. It's a nice choice. It matches the standard door hardware, which is also brushed nickel. So here's that room that they added on. So this is a bedroom. They have parents that come and stay with them often that they think, will eventually get older. And so they wanted to have a place for them to stay where they didn't have to deal with stairs. And that was the reason that they added the bathtub to that downstairs bathroom. So that way the person staying in this room wouldn't have to go all the way upstairs to shower and get ready. So I go back in here again, another great shot of the kitchen. They use kind of a panoramic, type of lens on the camera. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to take pictures of the inside of the house before, but it's hard to do. So it sort of distorts the image a little bit. This room, feels much wider in person. But as you can see, it's a big, beautiful room. Look at the size of these windows over here, looking out. That's all standard stuff. They are taller because of the increased plate height, but really generous with the windows that come standard in houses. We're going to take a little cruise around. There's another look at the open balusters. And we're going to cruise up the stairs. Carpet is the only place in the house that they, or the stairs are the only place in the house where they put carpet. They opted for a luxury vinyl planking everywhere else. But stairs are fairly expensive to put that stuff on. So, the little way for them to do some cost savings. So this is a look at the bonus room. So typically, if they didn't switch the directions of the stairs, this would have a doorway on it. But in this case, the stairs come directly into the bonus room, which I think makes good sense. Again, nice big windows looking out into the front yard and to the neighbors. You'll see those surface mounted lights there, right above the stairs in the hall. And those are the standard lights that would come with the house. Occasionally people will upgrade those to a recessed can light. And nice little secondary bedroom. This one has a walk-in closet on that bedroom. And we're going down the hall here. You can see the half wall that's with a finished cap that overlooks into the stairway there. And then right there, you get a little glimpse of it. I think we see it again on the way back by, but that's where the laundry room got moved to. So as you saw from the original floor plans, that originally was was where the furnace would be. And they opted to move the furnace to the garage and convert that into a utility room. Their logic being, and it makes sense, that the bedrooms are upstairs, so they didn't really want to take all the laundry downstairs to wash it and then back upstairs to put it away, and thought it made more sense to have the laundry where the clothes are. Okay, and this is bath 2. So they upgraded it by putting this door in between the water closet and the sinks, which is kind of nice if you have multiple people getting ready, one person be in the shower while the other's getting ready, and it makes the bathroom a little more usable for multiple people. They added a second sink. Both the sinks are undermount. So standard, it would come with one sink, and they opted for the second. Obviously, again, the granite countertop with granite backsplash, which is absolutely beautiful. Standard light fixture up there. Again, you can see the brushed faucets, brushed nickel. It's another bedroom here. One of the things I always like to point out is just how generous we are with the sockets. You know, you'll see plugins every few feet, which I think is nice.
Andrew?
Yes, sir.
It's good timing right there. If you wouldn't mind pushing pause. We did get a question from Matthew here. So he's asking on a custom build or pretty much any home that we build, are the location and type of outlet standard or also upgradable to like a smart or technology-based outlets, and perhaps add or move the location of the outlets?
Yeah, we can definitely add and move locations of outlets. Technology-based, we'll have to get with your home ownership counselor and figure out exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish. I mentioned earlier that you can do low voltage kind of stuff, during the build. And so I would just have to have a little more information on what it is you're trying to accomplish. But most things within reason we are able to accommodate.
Thank you.
All right, there's another look at the laundry room there. This is the master suite, so this one's kind of an important one to check out. Again, nice big room, really generous window. And then they did a highly upgraded master bath. So there you get your first glimpse at the tile shower. So you can see the little soap niche in there. Again with the brushed nickel fixtures and tile surround along with a tile floor. And then they upgraded to a drop-in soaking tub, also with beautiful tile surround. Nice big deep tub. There's a better look at the tile surround in the shower. Beautiful. The dual sinks come standard. Behind that door there that you just saw go by, that's the water closet. Look at the huge master closet. Those wooden shelves and wooden poles are standard for us, so we're not doing any of that, the cheap wire stuff. I think it's a nice little detail that comes standard in all of our plans. Some extra shelving in there, for folded clothes. Oh, there's another look at that little doorway that has the enclosed toilet. Here we go to the outside. So that beautiful patio cover, you can see it's finished. It has can lights in the ceiling, enclosed soffit on it. Really a nice touch. So really, Adair's part of the deal, and most of you, I'm not sure how knowledgeable everybody is yet, but there's certain things that are owners to do's responsibility and certain things that are customer to do responsibility. So we build the cover and then help the customer coordinate with getting that patio installed. But I love how they did it really oversized. So it's much bigger than the cover, so you can choose to either be in the sun or not, depending on the weather. And up near Seattle, that's can change, hourly almost. Nice little landscaping wall they put in, so it's going to be beautiful when they get the landscaping complete. Another nice view from behind. Really good looking house. That third bay sets it off nicely. And that's it for the tour.
Very good, Andrew. Thank you. We have a couple more questions here. We might as well get a couple of them fired up here. So we had a question around the tile surround shower. This might be a little bit difficult question to answer just because of location and options, but kind of an idea on average upgrade cost for a tile shower.
It depends on what you want to do and what extent you want to go to. And you're right, that is kind of a difficult question to answer. It's in about the $3,000 to $5,000 range, just depending on what size the shower is, what materials you select, and what region you're in.
Perfect. Okay. Got another one here on that shower. Was there a curb for access, or was there a curb on that one?
There was a curb on that one. Sometimes people do a roll-in shower, they call it. So sometimes people will need it for just an anticipation of old age or handicap accessibility. So we can do them without a curb. It's a little more practical to have the curb though, and so most opt to keep the curb in there.
Perfect. And then we had a question from Rachel here. If we can actually email out the video, we can definitely do that. We actually do upload this to our YouTube channel as well, so they'll definitely be there and ready to rewatch if you'd like to. But yes, if anyone would like this emailed to them, let me know. We'll make sure that we do that.
Yep.
Okay. Another question here: does the house have an additional studio or garage attachment option?
There is an option to do what we call a 512 suite, which is like a little mother-in-law unit that we can add to most any plan, as long as we can figure out a place to access it. Sometimes it requires modifying the interior of the house a little bit to make it work. So yeah, we do have that option. Or an option, something like what these folks chose to do, which was just put an extra bedroom and full bath downstairs. So there's a number of options, and you can customize our plans really in a number of ways. And I think there's some good examples of that in this house, and that they did quite a few modifications, by reversing the direction of the staircase, and adding a den, and putting that extra bedroom behind the third bay of the garage. I think are all pretty good examples of the types of things that we're able to do. But some people take it to even a further extreme than that and do add even more. So yeah, we can definitely accommodate
Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay. Diane, I got your message there. We'll definitely email you the video. So Andrew, as far as just the next steps, how soon should someone get started on something like this?
You should get started immediately, even if you feel like you're several years out from being ready to go. I think it's really good to start planning very early in the process. My attitude, I think most other people's in my positions, I'm going to be here regardless, so I'm in no hurry. I'm on your time frame. But I think it's good to really let us help you through the process of finding a good buildable piece of land. Because I've had people come in before and say, hey, I just closed escrow on this land. I'm ready to build. Then we find out, oh my gosh, it's going to cost a fortune to get water to this property, or there's wetlands, and so we have there can be a lot of challenges with property. So I think it's really good to come to us before you even have property is ideal. But after is fine too. I mean, we'll work with you and kind of figure out all the stuff you need to get it ready to build on. But yeah, come now. The earlier the better.
Perfect. And then as far as just the best way to reach out to us, you have a couple of options. You can reach directly out to the branch. If you visit our website at adairhomes.com, you can source all of our contact information that's on there. We do have an online team as well that can book appointments for you and answer some questions for you there too. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Andrew, as far as the best way for people to get a hold of you, how would you suggest they do that?
Yeah, either any of those ways. Go to the website and book through our online team. You can call me directly. At the office here in North Bend, if you're interested in building in King County. There's quite a bit of differences regionally, so you'll definitely want to get to the office that's in the area you want to build. And so probably the best way to sort that out is to call the online team. But if you happen to be local, just feel free to contact me directly.
Perfect. All right, I think we have one more question here that I think we're going to go ahead and take care of. Well, actually, if there's any more, we'll definitely answer them too. But Matthew is asking about who obtains the permits and all the engineering involved for this build. Can you touch on that briefly?
Yeah, if there's engineering for the structure itself, Adair takes care of. That's part of what we do. But if the lot itself needs engineering, then we will help guide you through that whole process. So a big part of the process of building is getting the site ready to go. And some sites will require additional engineering, especially if there's slopes, or sometimes it'll be, most slopes are kind of the biggest thing that cause engineering problems. But it can be wetlands or a number of other things that may cause additional engineering. So we'll steer you in the right direction. But that being said, Adair gets together the permit packet that you'll need to submit to the city or county, the jurisdiction, to get permits. So we are very involved in that whole process of getting permits and engineering. And so sometimes we're doing it ourselves, and sometimes it's us pointing you in the right direction to get it done. But we don't expect that anybody knows the first thing about building when they build with us. And so really our job and my job as a home ownership counselor is to coach you through the whole process and give you all that stuff in bite-sized pieces and help you sort out what it is you're going to need and what engineering or whatever additional things you're going to need to be able to get permits and get your house built.
Good stuff. Yeah, and I should mention too, we have other virtual meetings that we have here that we share out. We have what we call our Builder one-on-one events, where we get a little bit more granular as to what the process looks like and how we really coach you and lead you through the process. So I'd encourage you, if any of you have not attended any of those yet, I definitely highly recommend it. There's tons of great information. We have uploaded some of those to our website as well. So I just encourage you to check that out whenever you can. But I think as I'm going through the questions here, I think we've answered them all. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for jumping on this call here today. We love reaching out and talking to everybody, and I really appreciate your time and spending it with us. So hope you have a great rest of your afternoon, and feel free to reach out anytime.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.